Hey, how are you? We're jumping in because we're super jumping in tonight. Lots to accomplish, and I've got some important stuff to talk about actually. Whew. All right. So, in case you guys noticed, I'm a lot later tonight. It's like freaking pretty much after 10 o'clock now. What's happening is I have no energy, and this sucks. And it's been kicking my butt for several months. I'm starting to anticipate. This has been ongoing for a long time. It's only this year it's really surfaced that maybe my body's been fighting something for longer than I realize. Because this whole year's just been total changes, transformations, new things, adventures, so many cool and awesome things, and yet so many not so awesome things as well. Yes, I'm not going to get into super details in case my old rivals. Hi Barb, hi Cam, hi Gina. In case you guys are watching, which at this point, if you're watching, why? Really? Like, why? What are you trying to do? Like, it's a little beyond that now, isn't it? So, anyways, yeah. So, essentially, what's happening this year is I've got little to no energy. It sucks. I'm drained. I am absolutely drained. And it's just super kicking my butt to the point that I'm like, yeah, I'm done. Like not really done, but just like I got nothing. I got no energy. I'm trying to do stuff. I'm a mess. Literally, I am a mess right now. Anyway, so and I'm not doing nothing about it. I have talked to the doctor. I am seeking into like what the heck's going on here. Yet to be determined. Gotta do blood work and all that. Gotta, get myself to the blood work lab. That's one of the key components here. Hey, Elaine. So, I was a lot late. So, what happens is, something like tonight, I come home, eat dinner, we watch some TV, end up falling asleep for too long. It's kind of my normal. And then I got up and scroll brained for a while. And here we are, I'm finally on video. And I'm like, I'm walking the dogs for sure because I've even tried to slow down some of my days. September was more go 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 go, and I burned out. By the way, I love this card. So then this month I'm trying to be slower, trying to slow down. Hey Elaine, try to relax, try to recoup some energy, try to figure out what works, what doesn't. I'm actually loosely tracking my energy levels, which is fascinating. I've been listening to a series of podcasts, reading emails from a life coach type person who I really like her. I haven't paid into the services. I don't know if I will because I just can't afford to. But she's got some great information, and I found this energy tracker thing that I'm kind of doing to get a sense of what's the good points of my day, what's the bad points of the day, what factors goes into to make it good and bad. So, do a lot of searching in that realm to figure out what the heck is going on. I'm also going to work on this sketch tonight. I have no idea what I want to turn it into, but we're going to go with it. So with all that being said and that, with all this energy and problems and that, I'm coming to the somewhat conclusion that I've been facing the same question I've been asking myself for a better part of this year is what to do with these videos. That's white and that's not white, go figure. But it is white, but it's just a different white paper. Interesting. So yeah, it's a very big question that I'm facing tonight. I'm not going to answer it tonight because I had that answer earlier and I didn't like how I answered it, so I'm not answering it yet. But what I'm thinking is, at least in the temporary interim, maybe actually really take a step back from these videos for a little while. What that means, I don't know. I know I said this like a month or two ago. I said the same conversation on video, and yet here I am facing the same predicament. So, I don't know yet what my plan is. I'll come up with something. Because as much as every time I think about slow down the videos, do less videos, I get this ping of I don't want to do that. So I'm battling both decisions. I don't know what I want to do. And that's okay. That's the way life is, that we get into situations where sometimes, we gotta make some changes, whatever. I'm just gonna put this away because I don't need this right now. I know. I gotta clean the art room. I still have not fully unpacked from the weekend. Go figure. Alright, so let's just play around with some stuff here. Oh. I'm just playing with old paper for now because I don't have a lot of Christmas paper. Oh, is this the same size? Huh, that's almost the same size. That's awesome. So if anybody has any input and thoughts about the videos, I would love to hear it. Just to kind of give me a bit of thoughts. Yeah, it's something that I definitely need to make a change. But I need to make a change that I'm happy with. And that's been the driving force of why I haven't really found what I want. I'm going to use that. Cut that up a bit. Because I don't like how this turned out initially. I really demented it. So yeah, I'm really thinking of it's time for a change. For real. I just don't know what that is, or what that means, or what it's going to turn into. But we shall see. But yeah, I don't like how that fold thing turned out way back when. So, my query for myself is, what size are these buggers? So that's roughly 2 inches. Okay. Gives me something to work with. But once I know something, I'll let you guys know what the plan is. Yeah. And part of what absolutely terrifies me this season is knowing I'm heading into my busiest season, doing at least 3, if not 4 events. And if I can't get my act together with my energy, what the heck am I going to do? So that's a bit of a scare in my head right now that I'm a little worried about. And I wish I knew the answer to that. I really do. Okay, I'm pretty much majority of one kitty show here. And I like that. It's just sometimes it sucks when doing events, I can kind of wing it on my own. But at the same time, it's hard when I am mostly on my own. I try not to ask for help. I really do. Because it's, hey, this is my game, my process of what I do. Hoping I can come up with something here. Anyways, so yeah, as I was walking the dogs, I had all this thought I was going to say, and I come in here and I'm like, yeah, I still, like I say, every time I think about changing about how I do the videos, I still come to a, nope, not ready to change it yet. Yeah, I'm a little chaotic here. Anyway, it's all good. Alright, so it's 2 inches right there. I'm going to cut, or 4 inches, I mean. Cut 2, and then I'm just using the same piece of paper, type of piece of paper twice, just to kind of play with the concept. Alright, so let's see if we can figure out this sketch. I'm not really a fan of it, I'll be honest. I'm looking at it with like, huh? Just kind of replicating here. I know it's slightly off camera, but roll with me here. Alright, so essentially, kind of get it in place. Like that. Of course, now that I work on the sketch, I don't like it so much. Alright, I'm just going to use some adhesive. And really, it's kind of like just lay down the first one. And just kind of build from there. Could be the paper choice, too, that I grabbed to make this sample. And it's okay if it's popping off the edges on purpose, because those will get trimmed. That is the whole idea, actually. Because this was part of the World Card Making Day adventures. and this was a sketch from World Card Making. It's actually a decent sketch. It's just not a fan of it, to be honest. I think it could use a little more love and care to make it work. But there we go. I mean, it's kind of cool. Now, next step is take scissors and trim. And I do acknowledge with my issues, I'm putting too much pressure on myself to come up with a decision. It's also knowing, trimming off some edges. I'm a small crafter in the world of crafters. There's so many much better YouTubers and crafter videos out there that what I do doesn't really matter. So, but yeah, this might potentially become one of the pieces for the card class for this month. At least the layout. I don't like the papers I chose. But that's okay. Alrighty, so then I might use part of that. Okay, so I need a white strip, which I have lots of those. Alright, I got a white strip here. And what I like is this sketch is almost the size of the card, which is kind of cool. And that is roughly about 3 inches. Okay. Paper trimmer again. And I'm working on, yes, designing our card class for the month, because I'm undecided on how I want to do it. I'm going to use some of that just to kind of give it a little bit of a color thing. Let's use the smaller one. Alright, so I need to stamp something on that white piece. So what do we have here? I'm just going through some oldies. Oh, I got a chirp. Because, like, here's a fun fact. Last week, I think, someone I kind of know from the direct sales realm asked me if I want to be part of a Facebook chat for tonight kind of thing. But she never said what the topic, she said what the topic was, but not too detailed. And it's like, and I thought, and I know SharePoint's Norwex, so I thought it was a Norwex, you know, virtual party thing. Well, it turns out it's something else entirely. And to be honest, it went on so freaking long because I slept through it. So it's like, yeah, I ain't motivated to get up and get through it. I slept through it, and then I woke up, and I took a quick glance at it just before I came on the video, and I'm like, yeah, this is way too long, too much content to absorb when I have no idea what the heck it's about. And it's like, what did I just get into? I have no idea. So I'm thinking it's not for me, and that's fine. That's totally fine. Like, these days, especially with what I'm going through with my low energy levels and that, it's like I do need to be selective on the content I'm absorbing, what I'm doing on social media, which that isn't really much of an issue these days, to be honest. And also, as well, just my time. It's like, what do I want? What's more important to me right now? Is it more important to me to kind of check out a Facebook chat of something that may have no relevance to me? Yeah. Or would I rather do something else? I'd rather do something else. So that's just me. Alright, so I'm just gonna use... What ink am I gonna use? That's a good question. I'll do Mossy Meadow. Yeah, that might work a little better. So I just saw a message come, because I more or less posted to the chat. It's like, hey, sorry, I didn't follow the chat, because I didn't. What's the Cole's notes on what this is about? Like, I'm going for... What's the short message here? Like, what is this? And they're essentially saying, well, go back and take your time and read it. No, I'm not going to read it. Like, no, like, give me the short notes on what is this so I can understand, do I even want to read it? So, I don't know, maybe a bit of a jerk with that response, but that's how I feel. It's like, hey, nowadays... we're all busy, you know? We all got stuffs going on. I can't get enthusiastic about something if I don't know what it is. I'm just going to use, just for the sake of tonight, From All of Us, just as a stamp, just to kind of work the concept. And then I'm just going to overlap the two, and I'm going to put that on there. So yeah. But yeah, but I do mean it. Once I know a little more on what I want to do about the videos and stuff, and I'm noticing this adhesive this time around is really being a pain in the butt. Okay. I'm having a swell time with that adhesive. Maybe it's just this one. I don't know. Because I usually have almost no issues. But these days I do. Alright. Alright, I'm going to use some dimensionals. And we're almost done. This cute, simple card. Mixed feelings about it. But I will keep on crafting, hopefully some point this weekend, and finalize this weekend what are the layouts for the card class. And then from there, I will refine into, well, what are the materials we'll be using. And as for the future videos, I'll get back to you guys about that. I need a little more time to narrow in on what I want to do. I like the card. I would definitely use different papers. Maybe use 4 different papers. I just wanted to play around with it for tonight. But I kind of like how it turned out. There we go. So that's it for this realm for tonight. Thanks guys for watching. Hashtag replay warrior and all that fun stuff for people who catch the replay, if you so choose to do so. And yeah, any thoughts about, you know, stuff, we can always have a chat. And it's all good. Have a good night, guys. Bye.